The people of Georgia, Moldova, and Ukraine know this wine well, but for the rest of us, it's a complete mystery. Do you know what this wine is? Hey, what's up? This is Madeline, and this is Wine Folly, where we learn by tasting. Wine tells us a story. You just need to know how to read it. Let's see what this wine is trying to tell us. First thing you do is to look at the color. And this wine is a very pale straw color, which means no skin contact and no aging, both of which would add color to this wine. We also don't see a lot of tearing on the side of the glass here, which means potentially lighter alcohol and suggesting a cool climate. Let's give it a sniff. Pow! Very fragrant, but not overly cloying or sweet. It has herbal aromas like lime peel and pickled pepper, along with beeswax and a whiff of wet slate. That herb note is definitely a varietal characteristic. Okay, it's time for a taste. On the palate, it has a richer honey texture, finishing minerally and dry. It is a dry wine, but I bet they have just a touch of residual sugar in here to soften that sky-high acidity. All of these clues point to a classically produced, cool climate white wine with no oak. In fact, this grape is so winter hardy, it grows in places where other grapes won't survive. I would serve this wine chilled, preferably with some spicy Thai or fresh Vietnamese vermicelli noodle bowls, and it's gonna stand up to your spiciest Thai food. So, do you know what the grape is? Is it Riesling, Cazzutelli, Pinot Grigio, Blaufränkisch? Let's ask our resident master of wine, Christine Marsilio, to fill us in on the grape and its origins.
So, we've got a cold, hardy grape that has sky-high acidity, a hint of residual sugar, and intense minerality. Riesling and Cazzutelli have all of these characteristics, but that herbal edge you find is really very typical of Cazzutelli. Cazzutelli, the grape, is originally from Georgia, the country, not the state. And at one point, it was believed to be the third most planted grape in the world, as it was widely planted throughout the Soviet Union. Today, it's making waves in orange wine and natural wine circles, thanks to the many interesting and unique wines that are coming from its home country of Georgia. Thanks to its cold winter hardiness, we're seeing it planted, albeit in small numbers, in cool climate countries. This wine definitely has all the telltale signs of a cool climate upbringing. High acid, light body, modest alcohol, and fresh fruit flavors. But it also has the precision yet subtlety of European-influenced winemaking. Now that we have some clues about the place, where do you think this wine is from? Finger Lakes, New York? Kakheti, Georgia? Swartland, South Africa? Or Burgenland in Austria? Let's head back to Madeline to learn more about the origin of this wine.
Cool climate, check. Minerality, definitely check. Classic European winemaking, absolutely check. Believe it or not, you're gonna find all of these conditions in New York State. Cazzutelli is actually quite rare here, but you'll find plenty of Riesling and Cabernet Franc. This particular wine is Dr. Konstantin Frank's Cazzutelli. Dr. Konstantin Frank is a Ukrainian viticulturist who was the first to establish European wine grapes in the Finger Lakes region, starting in 1957. Cazzutelli is very common in Ukraine, which makes this particular wine very special to this fourth-generation family winery. If we back out to the Finger Lakes region, you'll see it's made up of 11 glacial lakes. The lakes help slow down temperature swings that would normally kill vines. So wow. Impressive variety, fascinating wine region worth paying attention to. And if you liked this segment, definitely leave us a comment and let us know. This wine is part of Wine Folly Club, and we have more tasting videos like this coming up, so definitely subscribe to learn more about wine. Until next time, happy tasting, salut!